Bruce and I, we were like the closest brothers, like the two of us. And I remember that, when he came back from school, and after his social activities, daily social activities, he would still come back and still, play around with me. He was a very playful guy. My mother found out that that school was pretty, nice, and also it was one of the most prestigious schools in Hong Kong. So after Peter, Bruce started going there, and of course Bruce only went for a few years until he finally got kicked out because of his fighting. Then I went, and then from there, Bruce's son Brandon went there, my son went there, and who knows, maybe my son's son will go there too,
He played all the games that the other little boys played, but I think his main chief interest was in Kung Fu. And after school, he grabbed his bag and off to the Kung Fu school to follow the great master. And his style of Kung Fu was Wing Chun. Yes. He likes to knock about, and have a few fights and so on. And sometimes he would fight with the wrong people. I think one day he really knocked out the son of one of the tribe chiefs, and they were after him. They waited for him around outside the school after school, and he sought refuge in, of all places, the brothers' dining room. All these serious old monks, and they were standing around the table just waiting to say grace, and in dashed Bruce, around the table twice, and straight into the telephone room and locked himself in. The director, Brother Patrick, who was an Irishman, Patrick Turner, said to me, "Go over there, Henry, go over there and see what that silly old fool is doing there." So I went there, opened it. I hadn't realized that down below, he had to run the gauntlet. "Oh, Bruce, get out." But I was told that when he got down, he really had to run the gauntlet. But he was well able to take care of himself. I mean, he's a wonderful fellow, very brave, not afraid.
Now, you get out of here. I'm warning you. You bastards can't push us around. You want to fight? I'll take you on.
He came over to the United States in 1959 not because he wanted to, because he was forced to in a way, because at that point his fighting got so bad that they were the people from the police department at the college summoning my mother over there and, sort of warning my mother, saying that, should there be any more fighting from Bruce, any more reports about his fighting, that he'll be arrested. So my mom, of course, talked to my dad, and my dad decided that it'll be best for him to change environment, change friends. So, and they have friends, like my father had a friend from the opera, in Seattle, and they contacted and they made an arrangement whereby Bruce could stay there and go to school there. And since Bruce was born here in the United States, that it would be natural, for him to stay there and, and see if he'll change. And change he did.
I first met Bruce Lee about 1959. I had been into judo for a short time, and having worked out with a bunch of young kids, I was getting hurt all the time, and so I thought I'd better hang this up. And one of the fellas that knew Bruce prior to me came by and said he'd met this young Chinese lad that were just a whiz, and so he arranged for us to meet, and during those times we were working out in the ballparks and city parks and wherever we could get a space to work out. And so when I went to meet the group, I had some premonitions. I'd seen some karate and judo and different things like that, and I felt like, well, what's this 19 or 18-year-old kid going to show me? But when we got together and he was asked to, to demonstrate something to me, why, it was just incredible. And I thought, my God, this is really something. So that's how I got involved with him. I met Bruce, and he was one of the fellows that taught me that that we are equal. I'm no better than you, but I'm no less equal than you are. And through the martial arts, it just further helped me to develop myself, to bring myself back from the gutter that I was in. And so I have to really feel honored that I was one of the few people that was able to have met Bruce, and that kind of resurrected my own life structure. Short time after Bruce and our gang got together working out, we decided to start a little school here. And so this is the first school that we started. At that time, from this pillar to that pillar was one room with an upstairs, and we practiced both downstairs and upstairs. He was a young man at 18, but he had such a deep endowment of the philosophy of the Orient, Zen and Taoism, that he could be telling you the raunchiest jokes in 1 minute, and then he could focus on something very serious and give you something in a wonderful philosophy that made you want to just stick around and learn it all.
Bruce was an individual that he looked at everything. He didn't have this tunnel vision like I'd seen in Oriental martial arts before. He tried everything and anything. If it worked, he kept it. If it didn't work, he threw it out. So I became part of the group, and here I am 30-odd years later. I'm still, Taki and I still teach here in Seattle. And we're still teaching in what is basically the old Bruce Lee school. He gave me a new challenge. He gave me a challenge that I'm going to set a path for you, and for Taki and myself, and I want you to put your first foot on this pathway, and I'm still stumbling down that pathway somewhat. But I think I've achieved more in the last, say, 20-odd years by knowing him, knowing the system. It's given me a chance to reach deeper inside myself. And though I'm not what you would classify a young man anymore, I'm